Hello there, UMS 12. Welcome to Creative Writing, one of your specialized subjects in UMS. I will be your subject teacher, Mrs. Chris Ann P. Politico. For today's discussion, we'll be having the following topics. What is creative writing? What is sensory imagery? What is diction in writing? And what is figure of speech? These are the objectives of the lesson. You can see or read these objectives on the first part of your module. The general rule for this subject is to read each part of the module. I believe that you have browsed already the module for weeks 1 and 2. And if you have done this, you'll see that the first activity you will be doing is found in the What's In part. There, you will have to compare live to writing by using Venn diagram. And ito yung itsura ng ating activity dito. So, just like what I have told you in our chat, kailangang isulat ang lahat ng sagot sa mga activities sa short bond paper. Kung merong A4 sa bahay, pwede rin. Basta, you have to present your answers neatly and properly. Next part is the What's New. Look for the words in the puzzle that can be associated to creative writing. So in this part, you don't have to copy this one, the letters inside the box. All you have to do is isulat ang lahat ng words na alam ninyo associated sa creative writing na makikita nyo dito sa puzzle. Now, we shall proceed to the lecture part, and it is found in What Is It? Read the lecture. This is the most important part of the module. You may take note of the important details found in this part of the module. Kaya ko nga kayo pinag-prepare ng notebook. Why? Because you will be passing your module once your output is to be retrieved. Again, ipapasa nyo pabalik ang module kapag nagpasa kayo ng output. Next, so I'll be discussing parts of the lecture po. At ang mga mababanggit ko dito ay not totally, ay makikita ninyo sa module. These are additional or supplementary informations po. So, ito yung mga information na alam kong mas madali nyo maiintindihan. What is creative writing? It is the process of inventing or rather presenting your thoughts in an appealing way. The writer thinks critically and reshapes something known into something that is different and original. So, what are the ways on how to write creatively? These are by using sensory imagery, diction, and figure of speech. Now, let's define the three of them. First, let's have what is sensory imagery. Sensory details including sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste are called imagery. There are types of imagery. First, we have visual imagery, which is connected to your sense of sight. Gustatory imagery, to your sense of taste. Auditory imagery, to your sense of hearing. Olfactory imagery, to your sense of smell. And tactile imagery, to your sense of touch. For your information, there are 8 types of imagery. Visual imagery engages the sense of sight. Physical attributes including color, size, shape, etc. So these are the words which are examples of visual imagery. Next, we have the gustatory imagery. It engages the sense of taste. It includes the 5 basic tastes, which are sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. as well as the textures and sensations tied to the act of eating. Auditory imagery engages the sense of hearing, and these are the examples po. Next, we have olfactory imagery, engages the sense of smell. The use of scents and stinks are common ways to use olfactory imagery. Next, we have tactile imagery, engages the sense of touch. The feel, texture, and many sensations a human being experiences when touching something. Also, it includes temperature, and these are the words which are example of tactile imagery. Next, we have here the sixth type of imagery. This is what we call the kinesthetic imagery, engages the feeling of movement. Similar to tactile imagery but deals with full body sensations, such as those experienced during exercise. And these are the examples I've got from your module. Now we shall proceed to diction. Aside from the definition found in your module, diction refers to the author's choice of words. Words chosen to impart a particular effect on the reader reflect and sustain a writer's purpose. And what are the writer's purpose? These are to convince, to entertain, to amuse, to inform, and to plead. Now, there are 5 types of diction found in your module, and I will be discussing 4 only. I will be not talking about poetic diction. So let's have formal diction. Formal diction largely reserved for scholarly writing and serious prose or poetry. Informal diction, the norm in expository essays, newspapers, editorials, and works of fiction. So, ang target audience in formal diction is for scholars only, for professionals. While in formal diction, ang kanyang target audience is anyone. Colloquial diction and slang borrow from informal speech and are typically used to create mood or capture a particular historic or regional dialect. So let's differentiate the two. Let's have first, slang. It refers to a group of recently coined or inverted words often used in informal situations. It often comes and goes quickly. Examples: emo, frenemy, craycation, romance. Next, we have colloquial. These are non-standard, often regional ways of using language appropriate to informal or conversational speech and writing. Examples: anyhow, gotcha, stats, guys, info. Now, how are we going to avoid problems in diction? First, let's have to choose non-sexist terms. So, these words po are formerly acceptable, okay before. But this now naman po, these words naman which are currently acceptable, ito po yung pwede ngayon. So, let's have first businessman, businesswoman before. Now, it is business person or business executive. Chairwoman, chairman. Now, we have chairperson, chair, head, or leader. Fireman before. Now, it is firefighter. Mailman before. Now, it is mail carrier, mail delivery person, postal worker. Before, it is policeman, policewoman. Now, it is police officer, office of the law, or trooper. Before, salesman or sales lady. Now, it is sales associate, salesperson, seller, or vendor. There are many more non-sexist terms po. I'll be sending you the picture of more examples. We also have Philippinisms. Ito po yung mga word na acceptable dito sa Pinas, but when you go to other country, when you travel abroad, hindi siya pwede. So, these are the following. Open the light, TV, or computer. The corrected one, it should be turn on or switch on the light. Turn on the TV. turn on the computer. No parking on both sides. The corrected one, no parking on either side. It will be traffic or it is traffic. So it should be traffic is bad. Dine in or take out. This is wrong. Pag dito nyo sinabi sa Pilipinas, naiintindihan. Pero pag sa abroad, it is not understandable. Dine in should be for here. Take out should be to go or carry out. Eto, malimit nating marinig. Overpass. So the corrected one is footbridge. Lastly, we have figures of speech. Based on the definition found in your module, it is a rhetorical device that achieves a special effect by using words in a distinctive way. For your information, there are 250 figures of speech. And in your module, you have there 20 figures of speech. Last year, or for the last 3 years po, I've been discussing 10 commonly used figures of speech. So, these are, and I believe ito po yung dapat na alam nyo because these are the basics. First of all, we have simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, onomatopoeia, synecdoche, metonymy, apostrophe, euphemism, cliche. Yan. Cliche is an example of figures of speech also. Okay? So, I guess that would be all for today. Thank you and God bless.